Okay, we'd like to welcome everybody to this live stream here tonight. And the goal tonight, guys, is to help you get caught up so that you have the skills that you need to do well on the test. I think that the content last week, it was really difficult, and I was proud of everybody for trying so hard. You know, I know there's a lot of people struggling, but I think you're really going to find using the calculator is going to make your life 1,000 times better when it comes to quadratics. And I'm totally comfortable with that being the way that you guys solve these problems for now. Basically, we got a taste of what it's like to do the real math. And some of you really like that, and other people struggled. And, you know, for the record, I'm proud of all of you. Okay, as long as you're trying, I'm proud of you. So let's kick it into gear. Oh, great song. Okay, so in class for 5th and 8th period, we finally got a good little table system set up that I honestly wish I'd have used all day long because it was really effective. So what I'm going to do is copy this table system so that we can kind of use it as we go on here tonight. We'll just kind of extend out the table. All right. Try to do a bunch of these problems. So if you're just joining the live stream, what I'd really love for you to do is take a moment, even if you're watching the live stream, just make sure that you have the ability to use whatever graphing calculator emulator. So Hannah recommended a really good one, Graphing Calculator X. And we also have Taculator and Calculate 84, which are kind of the premium emulators there for iOS. And then Wabbit Emu for Android, Google Play Store. Okay. So, almost done getting these lines set up. All right. Let's get that vertical drawn. And then we'll be good to go. Okay, so we're using Dr. Paul Dawkins' online notes here. He sent me an email this afternoon saying that he was thrilled that we were going to be using this stuff in videos. So he gave us the go-ahead for that. I was concerned that even though he had approved the use of these for in class, I wasn't sure about using it online, but he gave me all the reassurance I needed. So what I'm going to do here is do number C. Let me grab that and stick it. This is our original equation. And we'll put this one up here. Right here. All right, let me scale that a little bit. Okay, so you got to be able to see I have an idea because we're gonna have to keep scrolling back to see what they're wanting us to do. So I'll just copy this and paste this over here so we can see it without having to keep scrolling back. Oh, come on. It's not going to snap right into place. Oh, it's scaled up. Okay. There we go. Nice. All right. Cool. So, let me just, we're going to work on this one here. And this is a good one to start with because it's already in standard form. Makes it a little bit easier on us. Let me just check Discord. Okay, there's just one person on Discord right now. And want to make sure that I'm adding any pending persons. Okay, we've got one pending. Okay, one online. All right, well, more people will join. So stream health looks good. All righty. Anyone? Yes, I'm here, Kobe. All right. We're ready to rock and roll, folks. So the standard form of this equation, remember, standard form is ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. And this equation is in standard form. So we're just going to write here y squared plus 12y plus 36 equals 0. I'm going to try to maybe formalize this into something that is easier for you guys to just stick in your journals, maybe print something off for you. Okay, so what we want to do is actually solve this quadratic equation by sticking it into the calculator. So you're going to replace all the y's with x's and just stick this into the calculator emulator. Okay. I think it's send me your Discord ID or join Okay. So let's put it in the calculator. Y squared plus 12y plus 36. Here we go. Y squared, so that would be x squared plus 12x plus 36. And what we're going to do next is hit graph and just take a look at it. Very interesting. Let me go zoom in right over here because I'm interested in this place right here where it's hitting the x-axis. So I'll zoom to enter. Look at that. It appears to be only hitting the graph at one place. And if I had to bet money, I would say that that place is -6. All right. If you wanted to be sure, you could hit second trace, and then we could either choose 0 or minimum, but we'll do 0. And we'll put left bound, right bound, enter, -6. Okay, let's check the vertex as well while we're here. Second trace minimum, enter, left bound, right bound, enter, enter. So the vertex is at -6, 0. This is an interesting problem. What I want to do is zoom out here and paste this, because this is so much fun to do this paste feature. I just hover over and I click and drag, and it actually puts a picture of it right there. That is so cool. All right, so now we can talk about this image. This is something we call a double root. Okay, double root. What that means is the two solutions, x1 equals -6, 0, and the other solution, x2 equals -6, 0. So that both the solutions are happening exactly at the same place. It also happens to be the vertex. Okay, the vertex is at the x-intercept of -6, 0. Okay, so this one's actually kind of a weird problem and simple in a lot of ways. Okay, so the x1 on that, if you recall, was -6, 0. And the x2 is also -6, 0. The vertex is at -6, 0. So this was easy. Now the y-intercept, because this is in standard form, the y-intercept is given to us where the c value is. So c is the y-intercept. I don't like that. I want to do this, and I want it to be slightly bigger. So the c value here is the y-intercept. So the y-intercept is 36. And the y-intercept being 36, that means it's located at 0, 36. Now, this one down here, point of reflection. Okay, I need to spell this out. This is something I wrote quickly and should have written out. This is point of reflection. That's what POR means, POR. And what it tells us is that the x-coordinate of the point of reflection is located at 2 times the vertex. The 2 times the x-coordinate of the vertex. So let's look at the vertex. So here's the vertex x-coordinate, and we just need to do 2 times -6. So we could write 2 times -6 as the x value, comma, and then it tells us down here the y-coordinate of the y-intercept, which would be this right here. So that's comma 36. Now, what is 2 times -6? 2 times -6 is -12, so we can just write -12, comma 36. Okay? Let me show you what I mean in Desmos, because this is a good one for Desmos. Y squared plus 12y plus 36 equals 0. Let's go to Desmos, ladies and gentlemen. And we'll do x squared plus 12x plus 36. Let's analyze this. So we verify there that the vertex and the x-intercepts are all -6. But let's zoom out and go check out this y-intercept here. The y-intercept is at 0, 36, and let's see what the reflected point is. -12, 36. Okay, so what that is you've got the y-intercept, and then you just look, you have this other point here. I wish I could get it to stay. I think I know how to do that. Hang on. Hey, what's up, Jonathan? Hey, what's up, Kobe? Hey, what's up, D? What's up, Jasmine? Welcome to everybody. I think I can put this in 12, 36. -12. That's what I should be. -12, 36. Okay, bingo. And then the y-intercept is at 0, 36. The vertex is at -6, 0. So we see these points, all right? Now let me plot the axis of symmetry at x equals -6, all right? So that's what that axis of symmetry looks like. It splits the graph cleanly in half. Just going to take a screenshot of this so you can see it all. And I'm going to put it in OneNote underneath this problem. Pardon me. Here we go. Let's paste it right here. Whoa. Let me move it up here. Okay, so here are our points. This is the point of reflection. Needs to be bigger. And then it needs to be red. Okay. That is the POR. Okay. And that is the reflection of this point. This is the y-intercept. Okay. So you have to understand there's this symmetry that's happening right here, halfway through the graph. Okay. This is called the axis of symmetry. And it's kind of like the line that would split you in half lengthwise. Okay, so that's x equal to the x coordinate of the vertex, which is -6. Who is X capital jumps Z? Hi to you, whoever that is. All right. Oh, wait, I've got a pending here. Oh yeah, accept. All right, still waiting on Sam. Okay, here we go. Let me see who's all on this call. Now, I don't know how to add people to this call. Can someone tell me how to add people to this call? Let me lower my mic volume so I mean my music volume. Okay, there's somebody else joining. Hey. Hello. Let me just bring everybody's volume up. Okay, so here's the deal. I don't know how to add Jason the man to this group chat. Yeah, how do I add D to this group chat? Do I click here? Add friends to DM. There it is. Boom. Add. Awesome. Look at all these people. Cool. Let me bring everybody's volume up. Hey guys, what's going on? Okay, we're all volumes all up. Awesome. Yeah. All right. So let's wait for the buffering to catch up with our voices here. And so do you guys kind of understand what the point of reflection is? Yeah. All right. Yeah. Cool. So remember the domain? The domain is the same for all quadratics. And that would be negative infinity is less than or equal to x is less than or equal to positive infinity. In other words, it's all real, numbers. All real numbers. Yeet. Yep. Now the range, remember the range, guys. Here's how we do that one. Let me get down tiny writing here. What we do is we have this thing where it's the minimum y value. So I'm going to say min y less than equal to y less than equal to infinity if a is greater than 0. Okay? So we haven't seen one of these yet, but if a is less than 0, in other words, if this has a negative slope and the graph points down like this, you're going to have a maximum rather than a minimum. And so it would be negative infinity less than or equal to y less than or equal to the max y value. And so right now we're dealing with a is greater than 0, a is 1, right? So in that case, we're going to use the y coordinate of the vertex, which is the bottom of the graph, right? That's this point right here, right? That's this point over here, this point right here. Okay, that's the minimum of the graph. So the range, the range for this one would be 0, right? Because the minimum, the vertex was at negative 6, 0. So that y value is the lowest point. So it's 0 less than or equal to y less than or equal to infinity. And the domain is always, unless otherwise indicated, all real numbers. Okay. So what else does it want us to find? We already know the axis of symmetry. So, okay, we'll just write the range down. That would be 0 less than or equal to y less than or equal to infinity. And then the axis of symmetry was at x equals negative 6. So that's the x value of the vertex. So I'm getting that value from right here. Okay. That's where that's coming from. And I'll show you where this value here is coming from, the y value, okay, of the vertex. So that's pretty cool. And then this this guy right here is linking to that guy right there. Okay. And this point of reflection is linked to the x coordinate of the vertex. It's just 2 times negative 6. That's where I'm getting that value right there. So, okay, we've kind of run through this one. No need to keep going on this one. Time to do another one. Maybe we'll get something a little bit more challenging, because that was kind of boring, honestly. It was kind of easy. Right, it was kind of lame.
Yeah. How are you, by the way?
Oh, I'm good. Thank you, Jonathan. How are you doing, sir?
Yeah. I'm doing good. I mean, I just finished eating and I'm ready to get this done, you know?
Yeah, man. And guys, I'm thinking about doing like kind of a cool move, which would be to maybe make the test consist of these problems, like not even change them at all.
All right. Hold on, what question was this? What number was it?
That was number C. So we've actually, let's do a checklist here. We've done A,
Number C.
B, and C
Okay. Number
from
C.
this list.
Quick question.
Yeah, absolutely. Kobe, go ahead.
Will you be giving us like a test review to do to review over stuff?
You know what I'm thinking, Kobe? Now, this is something that professors and teachers do from time to time, and it can be really helpful to folks who are really paying attention and joining these live streams. I'm thinking of making the test consist of these example problems that we've already solved. And so instead of you having to like do a bunch of new math, if you have been paying attention to this math, I'm kind of thinking, I'm not sure, like, but I want to give those people who are really trying, you know, and watching these things, I want to give you an opportunity to do really well. And so, you know, if I solve all these tonight, and then we have the test on Wednesday, go over them more tomorrow in class, and then we have the test on Wednesday, and then it's just these problems.
Yes, sir.
I mean, the lowest grade should be 100.
And the
You know,
maximum
Test
should be
this
1,000.
Wednesday or next Wednesday?
this Wednesday. I mean, it was supposed to be tomorrow, but I could tell after fourth period that I needed to reteach a bunch of stuff. So, and it was nothing on fourth period. It was just by fourth period, I was able to realize that I had not done a good enough job of preparing you guys. So, let me copy all this.
Hey, Mr. Morelli.
What's up, Nick?
If you wanted to, I could make a server for math.
You mean like a physical device?
No,
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 a
like an
server.
actual like Discord server.
Yeah, on Discord you can make servers for people to join. You can like put roles and stuff for people. This is just
Oh.
a group, all right.
Wait, this is Nathan talking. What's up, Nathan?
Yeah, you should really let Nathan do this. He's really good making
Yeah,
these
I mean,
things.
I've made my own server before.
Nathan, if you would do that for me, I would be like eternally appreciative.
All right. Oh, all right.
So thank you, man. I need help because this is a one-man show. I always hear Jasmine's voice way off in the distance. Okay. All right, so let's look at the next one.
This is kind of weird because, like, I can hear Nathan and others, but for some reason I can't see him on my screen. All I see is you, Mr. Morelli,
Mhm.
Jasmine, and Coco.
You know why I think that is, and I'm not sure. Nathan would probably be able to tell you better, but I think it's because I did not add. I only added you and Jasmine and Dustin and a couple other people directly to the chat, and the rest of you were joined.
Roger and Nathan directly.
Call.
I don't really know how it works, so forgive me. Okay, so this is a weird one. It's definitely not in standard form. Or is it? All right, so this one I do want to help you with. Because you could put this into y equals right now. The key is that it's set equal to 0. All right, but let me show you what's really happening. Is that you've got 4m, I'm going to zoom in on this. You've got 4m squared plus 0m, okay, minus 1. So if I ask you to list out A equals, B equals, C equals. Oh, wow, the video's way far behind, so let's wait for that to catch up.
Yeah, you can hear it, huh?
Well, I can just see that I'm just now in the video writing this equation.
Oh, good. Oh, well, plus 0.
Yeah, you see, it's missing that term.
Oh yeah. So basically, b equals 0. 'Cause
I think this was something Nathan brought up today. See, this is 2 squared. Okay. And this is 1 squared. So this is a difference of squares problem. That means the middle terms would cancel out. And I'll show, if I have time, I'll show that math so you can see what that's all about. But basically, guys, what is A? 4, thank you, Jasmine. What is B?
0.
Right. And what is C? -1. Wait, let me see if I cannot amp that audio up a little bit more. It's up all the way.
Okay.
Jasmine's got to get one of those gaming headsets put on her wish list for a birthday or something. Oh wait. What if I click this? If I click this thing that Kobe sent me, am I going to leave my current call?
No. When I made the server, it left the call, but it's not going to be hard to rejoin. You can just go back into your home section.
Okay, so if I click join this, oh wow.
Nathan, are you Nate Dog?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Oh.
I accepted it.
I will make rolls and stuff so that Morelli can be there.
Awesome.
There we go. No wonder I couldn't see Nathan's profile because I had.
But now I think,
Now I
now I don't believe that Jasmine is connected. Wait, no, she's there. Okay, Nathan, you're in charge. Let me know if you need anything on Discord, because I'll let you handle it. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I'm just making rolls for people.
Cool. Awesome. All right, so what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to stick this into y equals here. So we can put that in, or you could choose to put this whole thing in. It really doesn't matter. They're both exactly the same. So I'm going to go to, hang on, I think I have to accept these pending friend requests. Yeah. Okay, yes. Okay. All right. And now I'm not sure what I'm on anymore. I think this is it. Can everybody hear me? Oh, okay. Okay, cool. So now we're going to stick this in 4x squared minus 1. All right. Into y equals. That's a 4x squared minus 1. And let's take a look at that. Let me zoom 6 to get back to standard. All right, there we go. And I'll zoom in on this section here. Zoom to enter. So we can take a look at.
Dustin said he's gonna be back because he's gotta go.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Okay, so here we go. Now you guys can see it. So we're going to find the x-intercepts by doing second trace 2. And then we're going to go to the left until we are above and to the left of the x-intercept for the left side. And then we'll do right bound below and then hit enter. So we have a 0 at -0.5. Okay. That's 1. So this would be -1/2, comma 0. You could say -0.5. Doesn't matter to me. As long as you know that -1/2 is the same thing as -0.5. Okay, and then there's a cool trick on this one. Because it's symmetrical, because the axis of symmetry of this one, you can clearly see is the y-axis itself. You automatically know that the other x-intercept is simply +1/2, comma 0. Okay, but if you didn't like that, if you weren't sure about that, you could always hit second trace 2, and then you could go over and check it, and that's what we'll do. Some people just want to be super sure. So left bound, right bound, enter, and you got it, 0.5 comma 0. Okay, let's find the vertex of this thing, because in this specific case, the vertex is the y-intercept, because this thing is symmetrical about the y-axis. So if we hit second trace minimum, and we left bound to the left of the vertex and right bound to the right of the vertex, we're not only going to find the vertex, but we're going to find the y-intercept. Okay. That looks really weird. Let me zoom in on that. All right, so what I want to do here is second trace minimum. Go right here. Then I want to go over here. Negative 2.317, comma negative 1. That's not right. Zoom out. That's weird. Something's wrong. Oh, okay. I get it. I see what's going on. This is something weird with the calculator. Let me show you guys what's going on. So let me zoom in again, because it was actually telling us the answer was 0. This is something I need to really teach you guys, because I didn't even see it myself. Check this out. So let me hit second trace minimum again. Right? Left bound, right bound, enter. Now check this out. So let me zoom out and paste this picture so you can see what I'm talking about. Because this could really trip you up like it did just now for me. I thought I did something wrong.
It's just like 10 seconds of, like, you know,
Of lag?
like,
Yeah.
Yeah, versus the stream and the call, it's pretty.
Yeah, I don't know what to do about it. Now, you know, like the ultra low latency feature on YouTube, when I used it, when I was testing this with Jonathan and Jasmine, it worked and it was faster, but it blew my bandwidth up so much that it locked the internet down for my entire apartment section.
oh my god.
It was overload, man. So anyway, check this out. Look at this x-intercept. It looks like it's not 0, right? But we know visually we can look at that and say, that's 0. Okay? So here's the deal. This is saying it's saying x is equal to negative 1.2 times 10 to the negative 6th power. Let me show you what that looks like. You got negative 1.2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. It means it's 5 zeros. All right. It's 0. It's just the way this is equal to 0. That's what this number means. E to the negative 6 is telling you that it's so close to 0 that I wish it just said 0. Desmos would definitely tell us the answer was 0. Anyway, let's go start filling some of this. The vertex was at negative. Okay, the y value of the vertex is right here. Negative 1. So what the vertex is, let's get some of this stuff written down. The vertex is at 0, comma negative 1. And the y-int is at 0, comma negative 1 as well.
Yeah. Because, like, it's C.
Yeah. Okay. So for vertex, we'll write 0, comma negative 1. For the y-int, we'll put 0, comma negative 1. The point of reflection is also 0, comma negative 1 because it's, you see there, the y-intercept is the vertex. So in that you say, well, if the x coordinate of the point of reflection is 2 times the x coordinate of the vertex, then that's 2 times 0. Okay. So 2 times 0 is 0. So that's why that's 0. And then the y coordinate of the vertex is the y coordinate of the point of reflection. So that's why these all look the same. Okay, the domain. Right? What's the domain of a quadratic function? Jasmine, what'd you say? Negative infinity less than equal to x less than equal to infinity, or all real numbers. Or you could write that weird looking R. Okay, how about the range?
The range.
Mm-hmm.
Min y less than or equal to y less than or equal to infinity.
Yeah, tell me what to do. Tell me if the music stops playing for you guys in a second.
I don't hear anything.
You don't hear anything?
Yeah, I
How,
don't
ab-
hear anything.
how about now?
Wait a second. Not yet. Ah, did not mean to hit my mic.
Do you hear music now?
No, sir.
You guys should be hearing music now. You do hear it? Okay, cool. Okay, Jasmine, what did you say that the range was? Let's look and see. It tells us if it's a minimum, we take the minimum y value. What is the minimum y value?
Yeah, this. I'm lost.
On the range? So here's what's going on. Let's look at the graph. Let's actually look at it in Desmos. 4x squared minus 1. All right. Let me go to Desmos here. Whoops. Okay. So let's go to Desmos and let's type in 4x squared minus 1. So let me wait till this thing shows up. But we're going to have this point down here at 0, comma negative 1. So the lowest y value this thing can ever be is negative 1. Okay, so
-1.
yeah. Okay, so here's this one here. When the video catches up, we've got 4m squared minus 1 graphed. And I'm going to do some surgery on this. The lowest y value, I'm going to have Jasmine identify it once it gets written. What's the lowest y value?
The lowest y value.
Hmm?
-1.
Yeah.
-1.
Okay, so that's the low end of the range. Okay. So you got -1, less than or equal to y, less than or equal to, and then this function or this equation can be anything bigger than -1. It can be any y value bigger than -1. Bless you.
Thank
Okay, so when I'm shading in this whole region, I could keep going. I would go forever and ever. So what would I put as the high end of the range?
0.
No.
Okay. It's not.
So what's another way of saying something continues forever?
Infinity.
Yeah. So you would write infinity like this.
Positive.
You know, another way of saying this is the range. You know, Mr. Russell told me students struggle with range. The range is any number, any y value greater than or equal to -1. See that? Because the graph appears everywhere.
Or equal to what?
-1. See? -1 is the bottom of this graph. I'm thinking what we should do is just have a whole bunch of quadratic graphs and have you guys do range on all of them as a practice. That might be helpful. And then you get it.
Because we have a test, next week.
What do you mean? Oh, the benchmark? Yeah.
Oh, the benchmark.
Right. Okay. So we're ready to do another one. Does anyone need to take a break?
Not yet.
You want to do another one, then take a break? Awesome. And that would be about right, because that would put us at an hour.
I say we should take a break so everybody can get settled on the server.
Oh, Nathan. Okay, Nathan. Nathan is the server moderator. He's also the server creator. You should make yourself the moderator, man. You should make yourself the dungeon master for this Discord. Because if you leave me in, Nathan, if you leave me in charge of it, I'm gonna screw it up because I just don't know what I'm doing. Like Jasmine was gonna kill me on Saturday because I made like 400 groups.
No, really?
Yeah,
Really?
I didn't
Oh
know.
my god.
I didn't know what to do. Yeah, I've tried to be the hip teacher, but I just don't know enough, guys. I'm sorry. I'll learn.
Wonder why
Okay.
you made a bunch of groups on Saturday. Oh my god.
I had no idea what I was doing. I was so confused. Okay, let me just copy this, and then I'm going to set it up, Nathan, so that people who come and look at the screen have something to start working on. Well, that was a huge mistake. Let me just delete that. And then once I get this set up, oh, I see I didn't copy anything. Once I get this set up, we'll take a break because I could definitely use a break.
Okay. I'm typing now.
So what it is?
I made a server for Algebra.
Yeah, I knew that.
I made holes in it.
Come on, man.
Okay, Nathan, I'm not trying to be rude. Thing when they sent you an invite to this chat and everything, I wasn't expecting you to make a whole server, man.
I mean, I was just doing it. I haven't made a server in a while, besides the one.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me go grab the next problem and just get it posted so y'all have something to work on. Look at this. We're almost done. I mean, unless you want to do all these down here. We'll see how far we get. Maybe I'll save those for class time tomorrow. Yeah, that would be a good one. Okay, so let me just get this. Oh man, I might have to restart the computer. The live chat will keep going, but now that Nathan's got his own Discord server, I don't think that me restarting my computer will shut everyone off. Okay, that's actually a good one. Good benefit, I mean.
Okay, Nathan, I have a question. I have
Whoa.
a chat. Based on your
On how much messages can be sent per, or yeah, like I can put it on people.
Yeah, I think you should, because I feel like people are gonna start spamming.
Okay, I can.
Yeah.
15 5 cents.
Oh yeah, I have a question. Is there a limit of how many people that can be in the chat?
No.
Group chat, probably.
no, there
Oh,
isn't.
no.
You can have at least like 1,000 or so people in it.
Yeah.
Now, Nathan, I mean, I've got this. I paid for this Nitro account.
Okay.
Are these features that I paid for? Are they being allocated to you now?
No, it's only just for you. It
Oh,
should just be for you.
I've never had Discord Nitro, so I don't.
I think all the Discord Nitro does is just allows you to use like animated GIFs, was it?
Yeah. It does.
It depends on how high of a level there is on the Discord Nitro. Like it makes it to where you can send bigger files, higher quality streams.
okay. Yeah, I read something about that. Okay, so what I'll do is just leave this.
Yeah, did you buy the yearly plan or the month?
No, I went with monthly, so I'm only $9 in. It's not a major deal. Okay, so I'm going to go off audio, and I'll just leave everything as is. You guys can still hear the backing. You can still hear the music, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I'm just going to go off audio for about 5-7 minutes, okay?
Okay.
All right.
So Nathan, quick question: like, how far do you plan on going with this chat?
I mean, I might make a couple channels related. to
Yeah,
stuff.
make
Like,
a
I can make
couple
like a
channels,
student chat,
put in a few
general
bots.
chat, and teacher chat.
Like, put in a few bots. Like,
I'm not sure about that. I don't think I would want to put like Fredbot or Fredboat and stuff like that on it.
Yeah, don't. Well, how about music bots?
Yeah, that's what Fredboat is, a music bot.
Oh.
Have that on mine. So far, there's only like 2 chats: the general text chat and the general voice.
what about an announcement chat for Mr. Morelli?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, Roderick's more into the announcement stuff than I am.
Let me see.
Yeah, I can get like chatbot suggestions because I never really had a just.
All right.
There's the longer ones. There's rhythms. There's oh,
All right. All right. I'm
When
gonna be
you
right
used to
back
use
because I'm
Rhythm,
gonna use the
sorry,
restroom.
Rhythm stopped working for a while, so we've been using Friend both.
oh.
Hey. Oh, hey, Jasmine. How was your day?
Roderick's the one who kept adding all the bots, so
It was good. Oh my god. I gotta use the restroom. I'm a. Excuse me, I'm gonna
TMI,
mute myself.
Jonathan. TMI.
me and Roderick are mod.
Yeah, because you guys know how to do all that stuff. I had
Yeah,
no after
Roderick knows what
moderator or moderating the server.
Should add me bot.
Well, I'm gonna have to go like permanently.
Aw.
See you, Kobe.
See ya.
Bye.
You know, strict household rules.
Well,
All right, I'm back. I'm back.
well,
Where did they go?
I'm not sure.
Oops, did not mean to get out of the app. Where did they go? Jasmine.
What's up?
What? Where's Nathan and Kobe?
I think Kobe had to go permanently, and then I'm not sure where Nathan.
All right. Thanks for the information. All right. Is he still on the break?
Yeah.
All right. Well, in the meantime, I'm gonna watch some Sword Art Online.
I'm back.
Oh, okay. What's
What's up, man?
He was about to watch something.
I was eating a kiwi fruit.
What?
kiwi fruit? Okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So let's get back to the action.
Yeah.
As Matthew would say, eerie. Eerie.
Oh yeah. Like yeah. He been typing that so many times.
All right. So 3x squared equals 2x plus 8. And we don't have this in standard form, so we need to actually subtract 2x and 8 from both sides. So we'll do minus 2x minus 8. That cancels out the
Oh,
entire
so that's what STD stands for.
right
I went
side.
back and heard talking about STD. What?
What?
Okay.
Okay,
I'll be
so
right back. I'm gonna go get a water.
okay. All right. So now the standard form equation of this quadratic would be 3x squared minus 2x minus 8 equals 0. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So 3x squared minus 2x minus 8. We'll go down here. 3x squared minus 2x minus 8 equals 0.
I'm back.
Jonathan, we're going to try factoring this by grouping. And I think I've got a bunch of people I need to accept pending requests from on Discord. My computer is running super slow.
Yeah, I can tell.
Uh-huh.
I think it's getting hot, so I propped it up.
Uh-oh.
It'll cool down. Let me just turn down the. See, I don't think I have any pending friend requests. Do I?
You're about to have one. I just
Okay.
sent somebody your Discord.
Okay. So when I click home, nothing happens anymore. So I don't have any friends to
Don't worry.
member list.
If you wanted to, we could move to the general chat on
Yeah.
the server because there's a voice channel on the server.
General.
I have no idea what to click.
On the server, there'll be text channels and then voice channels. The voice channel have a speaker icon and the word general on the left side.
Oh. General text chat. Okay.
Yeah, that's the one.
And then the voice channel. Hello?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, cool. This is awesome. All right. So anyway, back to the math. If we're going to factor this by hand, we have to identify A, B, and C. What do you guys think A is?
A is quad live stream. Three,
Mm-hmm.
and B is -2.
What's C?
-8.
Mm-hmm. -8. So here we have to compute the master product, which is equal to A times C. Oh, somebody did? Okay, hang on a second. Oh, I got it. Now I click home, and then I go friends. Okay, here we go. And still waiting on Samantha. Okay. All right.
There we go.
All right, cool.
All right.
So I just added somebody. Ethan Wilcher? Oh man, I said a last name. I'm sorry. Okay, sorry about that.
You said a last name.
I didn't. That's not allowed. So, okay, A times C, that would be 3 times -8 equals -24. So what I'm looking for, guys, are two numbers that add to equal -2, and those same two numbers multiply to equal -24.
Oh, this is tough. Okay.
So the way that I would go about this, and I'm already seeing the numbers in my head, but I'm going to go 24, break it down, 1, 24, 2, 12, 2, 6, 2, 3. So all my possible factor pairs would be 1, 24, 2, 12, 4, 6, and 8, 3. Since C is negative and B is negative, I know that I'll have different signs and that my biggest factor will have a negative sign. So I'm going to go put a negative symbol next to the big numbers and a positive symbol next to the small numbers.
Ethan texted me on Instagram. He said that you said his last name.
Yeah, I'll edit that out when I'm done with the live stream.
I'm guessing it's 4, 6.
Right, but let's add and make sure. So 1 plus -24 is -23. That doesn't work. 2 plus -12 is -10. That doesn't work. 4 plus -6 is -2. That works. So my factors are 4 and -6. So I'll put the signs with them, +4 and -6. So what we're going to do now is split the middle coefficient. And what I want to do is I want to think, okay? I want to put the right number here to go with the 3 and the right number to go with the 8. So which one do you think goes with the 3, the 4 or the 6? Do 3 and 4 have any common factors?
No. Well,
How about 3 and 6? Do they have any common factors?
yes, they have.
Yes. Right? 2. So we'll put
Yes, sir.
-6x will go on the left, and then +4x will go on the right. I'll wait for the stream to catch up to that before I move on.
We're way ahead of it.
Yeah.
Okay, right now it's on the, like, when you were like, can 3 and 6 have any factors?
Right. There we go. So basically now we just bring down the 3x squared. He hangs out right here, and then the -8 equals 0 comes at the end. And so there's your new quadratic. 3x squared minus 6x plus 4x minus 8 equals 0. You remember what to do next?
Okay. Let's see. Do we add the kind of the like terms?
No, we put the parentheses.
Oh, so it'll be like -6. So it'll be like x minus 6 equals 0, and then x.
No, you're too far ahead.
Oh, dang. Okay, so we get these.
There we go. So now you see the parentheses, right?
Yes.
Okay. So now we do greatest common factor on these two little binomials here.
Greatest common. Okay. 3x.
And you guys just forgive me here. We're going to wait. I'm going to wait to make sure the live stream is caught up.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, Ethan. Your whole name is in your YouTube, so I just said it. Sorry, man. We should probably have everybody change those YouTube names to be aliases anyway.
Okay.
Okay, so now we're ready to divide out the greatest common factor. What do you guys think the greatest common factor would be for this this left binomial here? 3x squared minus 6x. What could I pull out of both of those terms?
3x.
3x, that's right. Okay, and what could I pull out of 4x minus 8? Divide by 4. I'll wait for it to catch up with us. We seem to be going a little faster right now.
Yeah.
The bit rate went up by 100 kilobits per second, so.
Go crazy. Go stupid. Nice one.
Okay, do you remember what to do now?
Okay. We do. Oh, we do some more parentheses, and we do like 3x times. Oh no. I mean 3x
Yes.
parentheses x minus 2x.
Yes.
There we go. Now.
One smart dude, man. Clap, clap, clap for sure. And then, so you factored the left binomial into 3x, open parentheses, x minus 2. Now we're going to factor the right binomial. And I'm going to let somebody tell me what to write after it finishes catching up.
Alright, somebody can answer it.
Yeah, anybody but Jonathan, because I bet he could say it.
Yeah. It'd be fair to let somebody else say it, 'cause, like,
Wait. Jasmine, what'd you say?
I'm just waiting for the live stream to catch up.
Four parentheses. X minus 2. Good job. Yeet for sure. Okay, we're almost done. Now what do I do? Now, tell me what to do in about 8 seconds. Yes. Parentheses 3x plus 4, close parentheses. That's exactly right. Now what? Yes. Is this Jimena? Is Jasmine? Okay. Yes. Awesome. She went somewhere. Okay. Good job. Now what? Keep going, Jasmine.
Subtract by 4. And then subtract the other one. Oh wait, no, we're adding 2. Oh wait. No,
Correct. Everything you're saying is correct. Just let it catch up so you can look at what you told me to do.
I know one of them is gonna.
So on the left side, on the left one, 3x equals -4. I've got one more step.
Yes. Divide by 3.
Wow. So x equals -4/3, or x equals -1.3, repeating.
Repeating. Yeah.
Awesome job. Wow, that is a... She did it. I mean, that was totally all her. All right.
Yep,
So those are
I
our...
had to clap too.
Yeah, those are our 2 solutions. Do you guys see how much easier it is on the calculator?
Yeah.
It's easier. It's time consuming to do it by hand. So we'll write down x1 equals, we'll just write -4/3.
I'm almost out of room.
Writing it by hand is easier for me.
Oh, you find it easier to do it by hand?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, same here. Like, I really don't like it. I'm not really good at using the calculator.
No.
Well, then I'll make sure to keep teaching both ways, okay?
Yeah.
And then I think the other one was +2. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's 2, 0. So we should, if we graph this thing in the calculator, we should see it cross the x-axis at -1 1/3 and at +2. Well, let's keep going by hand, okay? All right. So now we're going to do the vertex. Uh-oh. So the x value of the vertex is found by taking x equals -b over 2a. So let's fill this out. Let's let it catch up, and then we'll go look at what b was. B was -2. Okay. So I'll say x equals x equals... Oh, I'm gonna have to wait a second. I think it's way behind. It's only fun if you guys can see it. All right. I need help filling this out. So I need to know what, for this, I need to know what b equals and what a equals.
Well,
Here's your
A
original.
3
A equals 3
Oh god.
and b
Wait, do we multiply 2 times the A?
Hold on. We got to find out what b is first.
Oh, okay.
B is -2.
That's right. Okay, so we're going to plug this into our formula here. And I'll say -b. So that would be -2 over 2 times 3. Well, that would equal
2.
2 over 6. And 2 over 6 is a fraction that we could easily reduce.
1/3.
1/3. So guys, you found the x coordinate of the vertex. Congratulations, it's 1/3.
Right. Yay.
Now, finding the y coordinate of the vertex is going to take a lot of math. So let me ask you a question. Do you want to do it or do you want to not do it?
I want to do it.
You want to do it? Okay. So just keep
Yeah, let's
1/3
do
in
it.
your head. Keep 1/3 in your head, okay?
Yes, sir.
We're going to need that.
Ah, no, my pillow.
Okay, I'm going to have to copy this or just write it again. 3x squared minus 2x minus 8. 3x squared minus 2x minus 8. And we're going to write f of x equals 3x squared minus 2x minus 8. And then what I'm going to do is evaluate that at 1/3. I'm just going to wait for this to catch up. Almost caught up.
Ah,
Okay, it's anybody's game now. What do I write?
um, 3 open parentheses 1/3 close parentheses square.
Correct?
Okay. Ah, so Matt to type in his Discord.
Yeah, that's just happening.
Okay, Matthew, I sent you a friend request. -2, open parentheses. And then what goes inside the parentheses? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, right.
Good job. Okay, so here we go. Now the math really gets fun. So we still have that leading coefficient, that a value of 3. But we're going to evaluate, we're now going to square a fraction. So be careful here. What that means, I'm going to write this out so you guys can see it. What that means is 1/3 times 1/3. Okay, and we all know that that means 1/9. Okay, so squaring a fraction, you have to multiply the fraction by itself. But the way that we write it in mathematics is we use the power rule to distribute the exponent outside the parentheses to each of the exponents inside the parentheses. Now, whole numbers just have exponents of 1. So what this basically is, and I'm gonna just this one time, I'm gonna write it all out so you can see the whole, like all the magic happening. So that's 1. Oh, I don't like that. It's too small. That's 1 raised to the power of 1 over 3 raised to the power of 1 And then I'm going to multiply the exponent of 2 times each of those exponents of 1. All right, that's the power rule. And that is a very cool rule.
Oh,
And Jasmine, we're just going to leave it when it catches up with me. We're going to leave it like that for now. We only, like we're going to go ahead and work out other steps with the -2 times 1/3 and stuff next. But I'll just leave it like that so you can kind of ponder on what I just did. Okay? Yeah. And now what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is we're going to subtract. And now I have to multiply 2 times 1/3. So I'm going to do a big open parentheses here and do 2 over 1 times 1 over 3. And again, I'm not going to solve that yet. I'm just going to leave it so you can see what's about to happen. The reason that I like students to do it this way is so that if anything goes wrong, we can kind of go back and see you didn't do anything in your head. You wrote it all out each step, and that will really help you. It also makes you think very clearly because you have to write out what you plan to do.
yes, sir.
Okay, so that's the state of our problem right now. You guys okay with that? All right.
Yeah.
So now we're going to go down a new line and write equals. And remember, all this work is just to find the y value of the vertex. Yeah. So anyway, what is 1 to the power of 1 times 2? What is that? No. What was that?
I'm just saying it. I'm just saying it.
Oh, you're
but-
saying it. I thought it was a dog.
Yeah.
So that's 1 squared over 3 squared. Oops.
Holy I sound like a puppy.
Okay. So now we're going to continue. We're not going to do that yet. We're just going to leave it. Okay. I know we're going slow, but this is the by hand method. If we got to take our steps very carefully here. So now what I'm going to do is write the minus sign and then open parentheses. And we're actually going to perform that internal multiplication. 2 over 1 times 1 over 3. And while that's catching up, I'm going to go accept. I think I'm accepting Matthew. Now I got to add. Wait, I can't. Nathan didn't make me a mod, so I can't add.
No, you're the teacher and the moderator have the same role or same
Oh, okay.
permissions. So
Okay.
I enabled everything for you and moderators.
Awesome. So thank you, Nathan. How do I add Matthew to this
To the server.
server?
So are you on a computer
Oh.
or are you on a phone right now?
Computer.
Okay, so in the top left, there should be like the Algebra 1 as like the title, and it's got like a little.
Oh, awesome. Invite people.
Yeah.
Okay.
People in blue text.
Okay. Can I add, who's Dark Wolf? Can I add Dark Wolf?
I think that's Taylor.
Okay, I'll add, and I'll just
Yeah,
add, I'm gonna add everybody here. Okay, cool. Oh, I'm gonna copy this link, but I won't show it. Okay. Awesome. So now I added all those people.
And now
Great.
To accept the invite. And
Okay.
The server.
Okay, so what's 2 over 1 times 1 over 3?
Oh, times -3.
No, look inside the. Wait till the. Oh, sorry. Now this thing's showing Discord. Let's let it get back to where it's
Yeah,
showing the problem.
+3.
Okay. Okay, so 2 over 1 times 1 over 3. Multiply across the top and across the bottom.
Oh, what the? I misspelled LOL. Oh my god.
So 2 times 1 is 2 over 1 times 3 is 3. And then we just write -8. Here we go. That's it.
Is it because you multiplied 2 and 1 and then 1 and 3?
That's exactly right.
Oh, okay.
So now my new line will say equals. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this parentheses up and put the 3 inside as 3 over 1 times, and 1 times 1 squared is 1 times 1, which is just 1, over 3 squared, which is 3 times 3. What's that? Three times 3.
Okay, is Dr. Jason the man a teacher?
No,
No, that's Dustin.
that's D.
Dustin Smith.
Yeah. Oh, and he said a last name. Now I don't feel so bad. He said a last name. No, I didn't say it. He said it.
That was me. I didn't say it. I'm sorry. I'm so
At least
sorry.
it's the most common last name on earth, so okay.
I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I feel bad now. I feel so bad now.
It's like if we had a kid named John Smith, I mean, I wouldn't feel so, like, if I said his last name, it wouldn't be giving anyone any information about that person. Does everyone feel okay how I turned 1 squared over 3 squared into 1 over 9?
Yeah.
Okay. Minus.
Give me 1 minute.
Dang.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, that -8 at the end, you need to start thinking, how can we express -8 with a denominator of 3?
-8 like denominator of 3.
Yeah, so the C value of the quadratic function, -8, needs to be expressed as an improper fraction with 3 in the denominator. So you have to multiply both the top and the bottom by the denominator that you want it to become.
Oh, okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write minus, open parentheses, 8 over 1 times 3 over 3. Well, do I want it to become 3? Yeah, I do. Okay.
Why do I keep hearing dog noises? Like,
Okay, that's your dog?
Ashley, do you have Discord? Okay, so does everyone feel comfortable with what I've written up on the board?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
so now we're gonna continue to simplify. You see how long this is taking? This is 30 minutes.
Probably, yeah.
So now three.
Matter right now.
That doesn't matter right now. I agree. So 3 times 1 is the. Well, I don't want to say it. Okay, someone said 3. And what's 1 times
Said
9?
One time
Okay. What's 1 times 9?
9.
Yes.
Wow.
Good. All right. So can we reduce 3/9, or is it just already fully simplified and reduced?
We can reduce it.
To what, bro?
Yeah.
1/3.
1/3. Okay, so I'm gonna erase that and write 1/3, which I'm violating one of my own rules, which is to not like do that in the middle of a problem. But I don't care anymore. So now we have 1/3 minus 2/3. Okay, minus. Now we have to multiply 8 times 3. Oh wait, let's let it catch up so you can see what I'm doing.
8 times 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you know what I'm going to do in small writing? I'm going to make a note that 3/9 equals 1/3. Okay. Now we're ready to rock and roll, ladies and gentlemen. So
Rock 'em.
you said 8 times 3 is 24, right?
Yes, sir.
And what's 1 times 3? 3. Now it would be tempting. And I know you're tempted to reduce 24/3 to 8.
Yes, I really
but
want to do that so bad.
Don't do it, bro, because
I'm not gonna do it, though.
we spent a lot of time and effort getting it to with a denominator of 3 for a reason. And so in our next line, you're going to see that reason.
I want to do it so bad, though.
If you do
I'm
it,
not gonna do it, though.
you'll just have to put it back as a 3.
I
Okay,
don't
so
want- I'm not doing it, though.
now because we have a common denominator in all of our fractions, we're going to be able to write things like this.
Okay. What was it? A lot of math.
Okay, do you see that's why we did all that work.
Yes, sir.
So now this looks really cool. Now we just have to do 1 minus 2 minus 24 in that order. What's 1 minus 2?
1.
-1.
Negative 1. And then what's negative 1 minus 24?
-25.
Hang on a second.
I got negative something.
Okay.
Mom, do not come in my room, please.
Okay, so we took care of these two guys here. We took care of the 1 and the negative 2. We turned that into a negative 1. Now I just have to subtract 24. And we'll do that in the next step because we don't want to overdo our steps here. If we start doing too many steps in the middle of a problem, you'll get really confused. So I'll let that catch up, and it's -1 minus 24. You said was -25, and that's correct. Over 3. So that is, wow. This is
Come on, YouTube.
the y value of the vertex.
This is the y value. Got it.
Can we express -25 thirds as a decimal?
Oh my god.
How many times is 3 going to 25?
I know.
Let Jasmine get it.
My thumb hurts.
The pressure's on me now.
Don't feel pressure. Just, count up from 3 in your head by 3. Use your
You
fingers.
can do it, Jasmine.
3, 6, 9,
Go,
etc.
Go, Jasmine.
While you're doing that, I'm going to check something here. 8. Good job. Okay, hang on. I just want to check and make sure I don't have any invites. Okay, nothing on Discord. All right, so
Everybody's muted.
everybody's muted.
Except you, Jonathan, and me.
Why?
People don't like talking. They're like,
JKS. What's
How
good?
do I unmute everybody?
you can't.
Yeah.
I can't?
Yeah, you can't unmute.
The person has to unmute.
Oh, they are muted. They are muting themselves. I gotcha. Makes
Yeah,
sense.
they mute.
Oh, no worries.
JKS left. Oh, never mind. He's back.
Wait, did I unmute now?
Yeah, you're off mute now.
Oh, okay. I was trying to figure that out.
Is this Justin?
Yes, sir.
Hey, what's up, man? Okay, so now we're finally done with all of that.
That was a lot of math.
You wanted to do it. So you guys wanted to do it. Okay. So that was 0.3 repeating, comma, -8.3 repeating.
Well, it was fun,
Right.
That was long.
That was a lot of work.
I don't think we're done yet, though.
Well, you said you want to do it without a calculator, so we did it.
Yeah.
Not ugly.
Justin, yours is echoing.
Oh yeah,
I have
Justin,
no
you
idea
got
why.
because you have to turn my YouTube stream all the way off. My volume down on my YouTube stream.
Yeah.
So it's -8 is the y-intercept. Okay, so that would be
Just the y-intercept.
0, -8.
Why the-
Well,
Well, you said you want to do it without a calculator.
What?
You gotta mute.
that's true.
Oh yeah, Justin, you have to turn my YouTube stream all the way off. My volume down on my.
Okay, so remember, 2 times the value of the vertex is the x-coordinate of the point of reflection. What's it? What? 2 times the x value of the vertex. Well, okay. So we already know that is 1/3. So what we're going to do here for our point of reflection is we need to use exact values and not those repeating decimals. So I'm going to do 1/3 times 2. Okay. So what's that? 1/3 times 2 over 1. This is the x coordinate of the point of reflection. Huh? Multiply across the top and across the bottom.
Mamma mia.
Oh, she's saying 2 over 3. Okay. Sorry. 2 over 3. Okay. This is the x coordinate. All right. Now the y coordinate is the y-intercept. So what's that? Say it loud, somebody. What's the y-intercept?
Done. Done. Y-intercept is negative 8.
Oh, thank you. I was starting to get really worried. Okay. All right, we're good. Okay, so basically, we'll just rewrite this. The point of reflection is 2/3 or 0.6 repeating, comma, negative 8. And what's the domain for all quadratics?
Oops. Put the repeating sign on the 8. Oh, what's the domain? Okay. Oh wait.
Oh my gosh.
Is that Nathan?
Oh my god.
I think we are killing him.
Oh my god.
I didn't know y'all could hear that.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't breathe.
It's the same domain we've used every single time.
Negative infinity less than or equal to x less than or equal to infinity.
Yes, thank you.
I mean, I do. I just wanted somebody to answer it.
Yeah, that's good. Or we could say all real numbers.
Yes, sir.
We know Nathan's on chat when I can hear his Cherry MX keys. Okay. Now, guys, the range. So remember, the range, the first thing you're going to write is the y value of the vertex. So what is the y value of the vertex?
Oh. Oh my god, I forgot. Oh. Negative 8.3 repeating.
That's correct. So either negative 25 thirds if you're using exact values or negative 8.3 repeating. Good job. Okay, we'll go ahead and, I mean, we should settle on a form we're going to use, but I'll just write negative 8.3 repeating. And then what do I say next? What inequality symbol do I write next?
Why won't it turn on?
Less than or equal to?
Yeah. And then what letter do I write? X or Y or Z or Q? Y. Okay.
Why do we have why? Not sporting.
And then I write less than or equal to, and what do I write after that?
infinity.
Mm-hmm. And so the way you could say that in English, because sometimes the star test won't give you the symbolism, they'll write it in English. So they give you the symbolism. All real numbers
Oh yeah.
greater than
Greater than
or equal to negative 8.3 repeating.
or 4/3.
4/3. You mean negative 25 over 3?
Oh, yeah. Oh my god. Oh, I made a mistake.
Fail. Okay.
Epic fail for me. Oh,
Epic
come
fail.
on.
But it's so rare.
Jesus. Oh my god.
Okay, so now I got to do axis of symmetry, and then we're done with this nightmare. And the axis of symmetry is the x value of the vertex. So I write x equals
X equals.
the x value of the vertex. So let's go look at our chart here. I'll let you guys tell me.
Thank God, it's finally loaded.
What? Yeah, Michael's on chat and the YouTube stream.
Michael.
No last names. No last names.
I'm not.
Jasmine did it. Jasmine did it.
Wait, who did it?
She
Who
did
did
it. Oh. Hey, listen.
Jasmine!
Listen, here we go. Ready? FBI, open up.
Jasmine! Oh my god. First Miss Miranda and me to Jasmine? Oh my
Oh.
god. Jesus.
Okay, wait like that. No. Y'all did it.
Hold on.
Not
This
me.
time.
What is the x value of the vertex? Okay, guys, I'm just going to, well, I'm not going to help you. What is the x value of the vertex?
Mom. Oh, what the? Really, Mr. Burley? You typed in, you wrote X equals FBI? Really?
Mr. Morelli, the FBI is gonna come for you tomorrow.
Yeah, they will get me.
Equals-
Okay. I remember how to do this. Click here. Click invite people. And then okay. All right, so guys, it's 0.3 repeating, right? Or 1/3.
I had a feeling it was that, but then I didn't say anything.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So we're done. We're done with that problem. I just want to graph it so you can see that all these things are correct, because we actually have not consulted a graph. And I'm going to use Desmos. 3x squared minus 2x minus 8. Let me hop on Desmos. And actually, let me switch to a different music stream here, because we've heard this enough. And we do no copyright. And we'll do...
No copyright, huh?
Yeah, I've always got to play no copyright songs.
You don't want a copyright strike.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
definitely
no.
don't.
What if like someone
Yeah.
plays music in the background? Do you still get copyright for that?
I mean, you
No, it's not copyrighted.
See, the live stream, guys, the live stream is not picking up the Discord audio. Okay. So you can play any music you want. And
Mr. Morelli, it is picking up the Discord audio on the stream.
It is.
At times, I will hear replays of people laughing.
Yeah, it is.
It is?
I heard, yeah,
Uh-huh.
because yeah.
This whole
oh, I know why. Okay, here's why it's picking it up, because my OBS is set to accept desktop audio sound from the same audio sources, plural, that are feeding into my earphones. So that would include the Discord audio. Well, that's good. I was trying to figure out a way to do that, so I'm glad it's happening. So no, don't play any copyrighted music. So here's how guys, here's how fast this would happen on Desmos, okay? If we had used Desmos or a graphing calculator, 3x squared minus 2x minus 8, watch how fast this happens. 3x squared minus 2x minus 8. Hey, Gerardo, what's up? Okay, so I think that took, hey, what's up, man? So I believe that took all of 2 seconds to find all these values. So guys, do you see the power of Desmos? I mean, it took us we're done, right? We did everything we needed to do in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to point something out, that just clicking the vertex there at the bottom of that hoop, clicking that in one instant represented about 35 or 40 minutes of work. Okay,
Oh,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
So I really do hope we are going to use Desmos on the benchmark. I hope. I'm trying,
That'd be
guys.
very helpful.
Yeah, I'm really trying, but there's a bit of a hold up there. I think I explained it before. We would have to have 2 computers on each of your desks, which, you know, that's not impossible. It's just really impractical if you understand that.
Use all that space.
Yeah, I mean, where would you put your scratch paper?
Oh, that'd be hard.
And see, in my opinion, the way that we could do it where it would definitely work is if we held the benchmark in the lunchroom.
Oh,
See? Because then you could have all the space you needed.
yeah.
But they're not going to do
We're gonna
that.
need but we're gonna because then we're gonna need a lot of privacy folders. People won't copy.
Exactly. So that's not going to happen. Well, let me just take a census from the audience. Would you guys like to have 2? I mean, because the only way they can think to do it is to put 2 computers on your desk.
Let's just hope those computers are not the desktop ones. Like those can like take up nearly the entire desks.
We're talking about 2 Chromebooks. So would you be okay having 2 Chromebooks on your desk?
I would be fine with that.
I mean, our classroom's set because like we don't have that much people, so we have like 2 desks.
Well, we wouldn't be testing in my classroom. We were going to rope off the English hall and Spanish hall. I mean, not the
Oh,
English hall,
okay.
the Spanish and the science hall, and have you guys test down there. Because that would simulate the exact conditions of your STAR test.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
What are benchmarks?
listen, if you guys on this chat, if you guys tell me that you want to do 2 computers, then I will tell the administration to do 2 computers. But I told them to hold off because I was scared that was going to be super impractical. Kind of a big decision, because if we decide not to use 2 computers, we're good. I just have to make sure I teach you everything on the TI.
Uh-huh.
So we're gonna use the computers for Desmos and what else?
Gerardo, is that you?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so Gerardo, what the plan was at the Christmas break was you guys were going to have access to Desmos, a TI graphing calculator, and a scratch paper, and you would be taking the test on paper. Now, what happened since then, guys? just so you understand the inside baseball here. The district is trying to move away from paper-based assessments. And because I don't know, I mean, there's a lot of reasons why, but the main deal is they want to try having you benchmark on the computer. So it was going to work fine. We were going to have Desmos up on the Chromebook in kiosk test mode. And then we were going to have the paper star test, and you were going to have your graphing calculator, and you would be able to manage that on your desk. Well, now they want to have 2 Chromebooks for each kid. One Chromebook is going to be running Desmos test mode. The other Chromebook is going to be running your star test, and then you'll have your graphing calculator and your scratch paper and your pencil all in that little tiny space that would be left on the desk.
I feel like the 2 computers will be good.
You want to try it? Okay, well, I think I hear a lot of agreement. Is there anyone who does not want to do that?
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Is there even enough computers?
Yes.
Okay, then
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then we're unanimous, huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to send that message over and we're going to do it.
If they say no,
I agree.
If they say no, then what I'm going to counter with is, can we please do the paper test? Because if we could do the paper test, then you have Desmos, you got your calculator, you got the paper test. It would be totally fine. But they really want to do this this computer-based assessment. And I mean, I understand why, because that's where it's all heading. In a couple of years, there won't even be paper star tests. So they want to move us in that direction. I just feel like it's too much all at once to try to, I don't know. I'll talk to them. But you guys are okay with it? We'll try it out. It's just a benchmark. Remember, if it's a total disaster, then we'll fix it before the real thing in May. Okay, we're at 8. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Jasmine. Can you repeat what you said?
no, I feel like doing it on paper.
You want to do it on paper? Me too. I really, really
Yeah,
do,
same
because
here.
I like to write on the test, you know? Because okay, so let me get this straight. So the ideal situation that we would all agree on is a paper-based test, a Chromebook running Desmos test mode, and your TI graphing calculator.
Yeah.
Okay, then that's what I'm going to go to administration with. And if they say no, then our plan B, which you all agree to, is 2 computers.
Yep.
Okay, and then if that just sucks and you hate it, then we'll make our voices heard. Remember, it's just a benchmark, okay? So listen, we are currently at 8 p.m.
Oh, yes, sir.
Do you want to stop here?
No.
Okay, then what I'm going to
Let's just
do,
do one more.
well, hang on. So what I'm going to do is take a break, because my thing is I'm going to take a break every hour. So we started at 6, we took a break at 7, and we're going to take a break at 8. So we're going to take a 5 to 7 minute break, and then we'll come back. And then anybody that's left, we'll just continue doing problems, and I'm going to have a hard cutoff at 9 p.m. Okay?
You got it.
Mr. Morelli, if you
Yes.
want to signal people that you're starting the class again, then you can just type in the general chat at everybody, and everybody will get a notification.
So I go to general chat
Yeah, and then type
in the text channel, right?
like this. Whenever that happens, everyone will get a message.
But don't spam it, please. Don't.
Yeah.
So hit at everyone.
Who's JKS21?
We are taking
Justin.
a
That's Justin.
5 to 7 minute break.
Yeah, I just got it.
Okay, hang on. Tell me if you guys get that.
Yeah.
All right. So
Oh,
now
yeah, I got
I'm going to post that in the YouTube live stream chat. We will continue after the break until a hard deadline end time of 9 p.m. See you all shortly.
Okay.
Shortly. All right. I'm going off mic.
meantime, I'm gonna watch some Sword Art Online.
So guys, how's y'all's day been?
It sucked.
It is so bad.
Wait, who asked who?
Fury.
Who asked who's JKS?
Me, Gerardo.
Oh, that's Justin.
That's it.
Oh my god.
Don't say my
Bruh,
full name.
bruh,
Don't
bruh,
say my
chill,
full
chill, 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 bro, chill.
Oh, sorry. You
Yeah,
don't,
no.
you don't want to get known?
No, he said for y'all not to say full names.
I already
Yeah,
know
because
what
oh yeah,
Wait,
like
wait,
first
wait,
Mr.
wait,
Relly
wait,
did,
mistake.
then me, then you, Jasmine.
No. Don't bring me up in this one. No.
Jasmine,
Your name, I know.
I mean, Jonathan.
Mamma Mia.
No.
Oh, in the meantime, I watch. Oh, it's time for me to watch
Can I
Sword
have the
Art.
rest? Okay, I can have the rest. I can have the rest. Say yes. Alright, thank you.
All right, I'm gonna put on Netflix on my TV. I'll be right there.
I think you're cool. Where's Matthew in the Discord?
See how my game's going.
Bro, my phone's at 20%.
Screw Teen Titans Go. I prefer watching Teen Titans.
What the?
What? Okay, wait. Jonathan, what did you say?
Screw Teen Titans Go. I like Teen Titans, the original.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Attack on Titan. Never mind.
Oh, like you thought I said the opposite?
No, I thought you were talking about an anime, so I was like,
Oh no. I love anime. I'm not gonna say screw any of that. Hey, silencio, por favor.
oh.
1, 2,
I will-
4.
See,
Oh, one more.
Sama, Host Club, Love, Genie Bro. I don't know how to pronounce this. Kite. Mr. Kite. Dang,
Yeah, but alright.
there's a lot of anime. Just what I want. Too bad it doesn't have my favorite though. My favorite is a secret.
What's your favorite?
You're gonna have to guess it. Well, I'm gonna
I
let
don't even,
guys
I
try
don't
to
even know what
guess
you're
it
talking
because
about.
Wait.
an anime. You gotta guess my favorite anime.
Sword Art Online.
No.
That's not my favorite.
My Hero Academia.
I mean, I like it, but it's not my favorite.
My Hero
Uh,
Academia?
I've
It
only
starts
seen-
with here. I'll give you a hint. It has 5 letters in it. I mean, not 5 letters in it. 5 words in it. 5 words in it.
I've only seen like 3 anime in my life. It was Wolf Children.
Read the words. I know nothing.
Okay, here. Let me write the initials.
Okay.
I'm gonna write the initials. Ding. Those are the initials.
The only anime I've really seen that Wolf Children.
That's the only anime you've seen.
No, I've also seen One Punch Man and Attack on Titan. I like those two.
Attack on Titan is the best one. Just saying.
I like that one. It's pretty.
Let's see who to kill.
Yeah, I have the volume down because like it's gonna be copyrighted. You know, like the.
Listen to some Imagine Dragons.
God damn. Like a-
Don't.
So what music y'all listen to?
I don't know music.
Uh-oh.
Go crazy. Go stupid.
You get copyright for that.
Boy. What?
Jasmine, did you look up the initials?
Give me a sec. I'm trying to. Oh shit! The lag's happening. No, 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 no. Boy, die, please.
My thumb hurts because like I found a spring in fourth period and I actually kind of stabbed myself. Like it went like the spring went inside my thumb. I pulled it out and it hurt a lot. I started to down some. So then I started getting rid of all the blood off the paper towel, and then now I just have a scar on my.
I'm allergic to band-aids.
Wait, you're allergic to band-aids?
Yep.
How?
That's why I never take. That's why I never use band-aids. Like if I get stabbed, I just let it bleed or let it heal by itself.
Oh yeah,
Hey,
okay.
putting on music.
Okay, back
Still
on
gotta clean. Oh, sorry.
back on audio.
Oh, I gotta pause my anime. Yeah. All right, ready for action, Mr. Morelli.
Wait a minute. Here we go. So we're going to do this one in the calculator
Yes, sir.
because we're not going to do that again.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. Woo!
I mean, look at the comparison.
That's a
Here.
big question.
This is all the work we've done so far. When you see this thing zoomed out after it catches up, it's a lot of work.
Mamma mia.
I'm having fun.
Yeah, same here. Hey, silencio!
Oh
Mhm.
my gosh.
We've done all that.
That was beautiful to say.
I think we did like 2 hours.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
take
2
a
hours.
picture. I'm gonna put it on my wall.
Oh my god, Justin.
You know what I should do? I should hook up a little computer like an Arduino or a Raspberry Pi to an LCD monitor and just loop images from our live streams,
Oh, that'd be cool.
you know, in the classroom. So there's always some video going.
Yeah.
And I might, you know what I could do? I could put that in the left corner of the room over where there's nothing right now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So at least there'd be something over there. Just mount an LCD screen up on the wall.
That'd be cool.
Do that.
But what happened to that one screen you had in your classroom?
Which one?
We had it for like a little, like 2 weeks. Or
Oh, yeah, that was just a demo. Yeah, they could bring that back. We could, and that could host that for sure. I mean, that thing is like an $8,000 computer to do like a $10 computer job. But
$1,000?
That's
my
yeah, yeah. Well, it's a computer mounted to a massive touchscreen interface, like a Microsoft Surface,
Yo.
the original Surface from back in the day when it was going to be a tabletop device, and then they changed to They changed to making the Surface into a line of computers to compete with Apple, which, you know, they're kind of doing.
Applesauce. Not just playing.
I just ate that.
Oh, that didn't work at all. Let me just screenshot it.
Really, Dr. Marty? No, I just playing.
Yeah, so the guy from Microsoft told me that basically I'm pushing the computer beyond its intended limits, and I said, okay, for for basically $2,000. Is this not going to work? How can this not host 3 applications? And he was like, we're sorry. He gave me a he gave me a $200 partial refund. So
Doesn't make any sense.
yeah. It's a face palm. But it's the best. It's the best computer for what we're trying to do. That's currently on the market now. When they release the Microsoft Book, the Microsoft Book 3, I might switch to that because you can detach the screen from that and everything. But it's a more high performance device like a MacBook Pro. Okay, so let me paste this in. Now I have to go recapture that. No, I don't. I have the screen. Yes. Oh no, I couldn't do it. I would need to use Brenda's translator for that. By the way, that translator is working so well. That is the coolest device I've ever seen.
Oh, for Brenda?
Mm-hmm. It's working really, really, really well. Okay, so here's our original. And I'll wait for the whole thing to catch up. And we're just going to do this in the calculator. And we're going to set a timer. I'll open up Chrome Beta.
I'm going to screenshot this.
Okay.
Screenshot it.
I'm going to start the timer. And here we go. So is this already written in standard form or do we need to modify it?
Standard form.
It's already in standard form. Can you please tell me what A equals?
10, B, 19. I can't see because the freaking live stream.
It's negative 16.
E.
Oh,
What?
6. Ah,
Oh, wow. My ears
that's a
just
second it's a
exploded.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh my god.
What just happened? Oh.
Oh my god.
Okay. So I'm just going to rewrite this. But I'm going to use x's for the z's since that's what we're going to stick in the calculator. 10x squared plus 19x plus 6 equals 0. And we're going to put just the part without the equals 0 into... Here, let's do it in Desmos. No, because we don't know if we're going to... Yeah, we'll do it in Desmos, and I'll do it in TI. What?
We got a timer, by the way. Timer's running.
What? Is he?
Yeah.
He's a
10x squared plus 19x plus 6. 10x squared plus 19x plus 6. Guys, ready? We're almost done. Ready?
Uh-huh.
Watch this. Wait till it gets to Desmos, and then I'll do it.
Okay.
So right now, we're at 1 minute and 58 seconds. Let's see how long it takes us to solve all of this. I'm waiting for the stream to catch up. Here we go. Oh, I'm gonna type it now, so it's typing on the live stream.
Plus 19. X plus 6. Not 16.
Okay. 1, 2. Oops. I zoomed in. 1, 2, 3. I need to get the y-intercept in there as well. Y-intercept, 2x intercepts, and the vertex. Almost all the information we need is right there. And right now we're at 2 minutes and 56 seconds. So we can go back to OneNote and paste it in so you can see it. Okay, let's use this information to fill this out. X1, what's X1? Oh wait, I'll let it catch up.
Why you sad, Jasmine? Cause Nicholas.
Okay, let's go. X1.
Oh, I'm scared. I'm scared to like get it wrong again. I'm scared to do another epic fail.
So negative 1.5 comma 0.
So I got
What's X2?
-0.4.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What's the vertex?
-0.95.
Comma.
Comma -3.025.
Done with that. What's the y-intercept?
6.
Can we do the point of reflection? So what we're going to do is 2 times negative 0.95. Okay, it's negative 1.9. I'll just help you guys out. So that's negative 1.9. And then the y value of the point of reflection is the y-intercept.
So the point of reflection is the y-intercept.
The point of reflection x value is 2 times the vertex x value, and the point of reflection y value is just the y value of the y-intercept. So I need to fill this out. What's the other value for the point of reflection? The y value of the point of reflection. You're reflecting the y-intercept.
So it's -6.
It's
Right?
positive 6.
Oh. Dang it. Oh my god. Woo.
All right, so it's 6. What's the domain?
We've been using this every time.
I'm scared to get it wrong.
Just try.
Infinity.
Negative infinity. Needs to be less than or equal to some letter. What letter goes with domain? X. And then it's less than or equal to. No. It's all real numbers. So negative infinity all the way to positive. Okay. So the domain is negative infinity to positive infinity, or all real numbers. And what is the range? Remember, we're going to use the y value of the vertex as the bottom of our range. Okay, negative 3.025 less than equal to y less than equal to infinity. And what's the axis of symmetry? It's just the it's just the x value of the vertex. Yeah, x equals, you have to write x equals for the axis of symmetry. You're writing an equation in the form of x equals negative 0.95. We're done. Our time is 8 minutes and 3 seconds. Good job. So in class, we got, yes, Michael, correct. In class, we did it in 5 minutes in eighth period, but we didn't have to wait for the lag of the stream.
Dragging us down is a lot.
Yeah, it's just the lag. How do you feel about doing another one, or do you want to stop here?
Another one.
Another one? Okay.
Yeah, one more.
We should do one more.
One more? Okay.
Una más. Or uno más.
Oh, yeah. Well, this is the last one of the section here, so that's good. It's a great place to end.
Alright.
We did all these problems.
Just enough space. I just gotta fill up the rest of this page. Ah, ah, ah.
Thank you, Dr. Paul.
Look what I typed in the chat or the string.
Yep. Thank you, Dr. Paul. We'll have to send him this live stream so he can see it.
Oh wow.
Thank you for helping us, Dr. Paul. We owe you one.
Mm-hmm.
His last name.
Really, Jasmine? FBI, open up. Not playing. I shouldn't have said that. Because later the FBI's gonna go after me.
Nah, they would just go after me, bro. It's okay. You'd be good.
Nah. They're gonna go after me.
The joys of being a kid. You basically can do anything and not get in trouble.
I did. I get in trouble.
My table's starting to look pretty janky.
Jasmine, do not eat. Do not eat. No, I don't mind you saying it. Just do not eat the stream. Do not. Okay. I'm gonna do something with it. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I'm just playing. Really?
Yeah, I had to go there. I'm sorry.
Why? Why? Hey. Nice playing. You know I'm just trying to have fun too, you know.
No, we're good, man.
I'm a you know. Imagine if I misspelled eat.
That'd be funny.
Okay, here we go. Let's do another timer on this one. The timer's fun.
We're gonna make a new record. Let's try to make a new record. Michael.
Ready, set, go.
Go.
All right. So I'm gonna wait. We'll subtract a minute because I'm gonna wait for this. You're gonna see the stream go to the timer, and then it's gonna delete the existing timer and start a new one, and then we'll actually start time at 8. Let me see here. We're going to start time. Everybody look at their clocks on their phones or their watches because we're going to start the time at now 8:24:40. Okay, so this is not in standard form, ladies and gentlemen, okay? So what do we have to do? Subtract 2x from both sides. Okay, and so now if I rewrite this, I'll have 5x. What happened to the c value?
It's 0.
It's 0. So we put plus 0, because that might come in handy later. equals 0.
Yes, sir.
So what's A?
5.
What's B?
0.
No, B is in boy. What's B?
Oh yeah, negative 2x.
And C equals 0. Okay? Okay, don't forget the y-intercept. The y-intercept is the C value. So we already know the y-intercept. You want to go ahead and write that? What's the y-intercept?
Yeah, yeah.
What's the y-intercept as a coordinate?
I'm gonna have to go to sleep.
Okay, bye, Gerardo.
Wake up
So
early tomorrow.
okay. So the y-intercept, guys, is 0, 0. Bye. Thank you. All right. You ready to put this in the calculator? This time we're going to use the TI because I really don't know which one you'll have. 5x squared minus 2x equals. Okay, so just all I really have to put in the calculator is this. So we'll go to 5x squared minus 2x plus 0. 5x squared minus 2x. We could even put plus 0. It's not going to matter. Then we're going to hit graph. And I'm going to zoom 6 to get back to standard. There we go. Okay. So now I really need to zoom in on this vertex here. So I'm going to zoom 2 on that. Zoom 2, enter. So now I can actually see my vertex. We can see that the y-intercept is indeed at 0, 0. But what key press do I use to get the vertex coordinates? Yeah. 3. Yep. So we're looking at the vertex. So we're looking at the minimum, left bound, right bound. There it is. You guys see it? Okay. So what do I write for the vertex? I guess we're doing this vertex first. What's the vertex? Oh, wait, you'll see it pop up in a second. Just read the X and Y values that are on the calculator readout.
I had to me myself because my brother bought me a Pepsi.
Somebody tell me the vertex.
The vertex? Is it ouch? Point two. Point two.
Comma.
Okay, point two, comma. Negative point two.
Negative 0.2. Good. Now we better go find our solutions, huh?
Yes,
X and X1 and X2. All right. So for that, I'll use second trace 2 because I want to find the zeros now. And I'll go to the left of the first x-intercept and hit enter to get that left bound. Then I'll go to the right of it and hit enter to get that right bound, and then hit enter again. And I see that my two x-intercepts, or my x and y-intercept, sorry, the x value of my x-intercept is 0. The y value of my x-intercept is also 0. So it's 0, 0. Okay.
Ouch.
So now we'll find the second one. Hit second trace 2. Go over to right beneath the right x-intercept, and then we'll go above it, and then we'll hit enter. And I'm going to let it catch up so you guys can tell me what the 0 is. I need the coordinates. I'm going to let you read it off the screen to me. I need the coordinates 0.4. Good. 0.4 comma 0. Excellent job. Okay, point of reflection. So remember, 2 times the x coordinate of the vertex. That would be 2 times 0.2. What's 2 times 0.2? You can do that in your head. Okay, correct. 0.4. And the y value of the point of reflection is, ladies and gentlemen, is the y-intercept. What is that? Mm-hmm. What's the domain?
Oh, my battery's at 15. Negative infinity less than or equal to x less than or equal to
Less than or equal to what?
infinity. Or
Mm-hmm.
all numbers.
Correct, or all real numbers. Okay. Now onto the range. So the base value, the bottom value, the low value, the left side of the range is the y value of the vertex, ladies and gentlemen. What's the y value of the vertex? It's right there on the screen. Correct. Oops. Negative 0.2 less than or equal to what letter for range?
What is range, Jasmine?
Mm-hmm. Less than or equal to? Wait. Negative infinity? So part of your answer was correct. So what is it? Is it negative infinity or positive infinity? Positive infinity. Good job. Okay, what's the axis of symmetry? X equals the x value of the vertex. 0.2. We're done. Okay, 9 minutes and 31 seconds minus a minute. Wait, it's 8:33 and 40 seconds. Okay, so here, let's do this. 8:33 and 40 seconds. Our start time on this problem. Okay. 8:33. Wow, we ended at the same millisecond. Okay, so how many minutes did we take to do that? From 24 to 33.
9.
9 minutes. Not bad. Okay, so if I allot, we're gonna end the live stream in a second. If I allot 10 minutes per problem, okay, that's more than enough time. So I should put 5 problems on the test. Because if I put any more than that, you won't be able to do it.
Or finish it.
Because if each one takes 10 minutes, even working quickly, or 9 minutes and 8 minutes, okay, then it would be unreasonable to ask you to do more than 5 within a 50-minute period, right?
Oh yeah, because like every period is 50 minutes, so basically 10 minutes for each problem.
So how many problems did we actually do? We did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 today, and we did 2 of these in class. So we just did 5 problems in 2.5 hours. But we did do that one problem, took almost an hour, or 40 minutes.
Get somebody want to solve by hand.
So, here's what I'm thinking, guys. Here's what I'm thinking just so you can see, wait till the screen shows everything. What I'm thinking is that I might do those problems for the test. I might actually give you tomorrow. Okay? I might give you a printout that's got the whole like list of 9 different things that we have to find. Okay? And I'll actually give you the equations. I'll let you look at them ahead of time. That seems fair. Like if I'll let you take it home, and then on test day on Wednesday, you could theoretically walk in and hand me the completed document. Okay? And I think I'll do 5 problems. So let me work on that after we end the live stream. And then basically tomorrow, what we're going to do in class is just more of this. Okay? Exactly this. And what I'll try to find, I want to find some with negative slopes so that you can work on problems where when you graph it, it looks like an upside down, like half of an M, instead of the way it looks like a horseshoe now. It's upward sloping. So the range is always the lowest value or the minimum, but I want to show you problems where it's downward sloping. So the vertex is located at the maximum point of the function, the highest point so it looks like a little hill instead of a valley. All right. So I'm going to work on that. And I do think I'm going to hand you all of the problems for the test in advance with the table, so you can just go home and fill it out on your own. And if you want to get ahead on that, then you could theoretically walk in on Wednesday with a book and just be done. Or maybe work on a bonus test or something to solve by hand, because I know some of you want to solve some by hand. So how does that sound? I mean, that really does give you guys the lead time to get a good grade. Okay, so we're going to end the live stream here, guys. Now, what I don't know how to do is, since this is, I don't know how to shut down the Discord. I guess it just stays open. Look at all that work. Wow. I don't know. I don't know how the Discord works. I mean, I can't shut the Discord off because it's a server now. You know how I would end.
Nathan has to do that, right? Nathan?
No, I think I've got that. So I can actually just hit voice connected. I can disconnect voice. I've got all the control. Okay. Well, I'm just going to disconnect on voice, and then I mean, basically it's not even my Discord. Okay, I'll figure it out. Nathan will tell me tomorrow. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I think you did a great job. Oh, let's check our stats. Let's check our YouTube streaming stats. Wow, 82 playbacks, average watch time of 18 minutes. That's awesome.
And 8 people are watching.
Yeah. Great. Okay, guys. Thank you so much. Everybody have a great night. Excellent live stream. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.